Welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page Disney layout, and this one posed a bit of a challenge for me. I have 3 smaller ride photos. I think they are all 2 by 3, and so I decided to stack them kind of on top of each other and then try and decide how to fill the rest of the 12 by 12 layout. So I am going to double map my photos with white and then black. You can see I kind of brought in my Cricut map. I decided to go on to Cricut and search up Guardians and found, I'm gonna call it a shield. I'll say I never watched the movie, so forgive me if that's not what it is, but it looks kind of like a shield. So I decided to use that one because it was kind of long, I guess, longer than just like a circular element, and I knew I wanted to have my photos kind of at an angle, so that really kind of fit that space really nicely. I do have the Cricut subscription, however, a lot, if not all of the Disney pieces you do have to purchase, so I did buy this. It was $1.99, I believe, but again, I would have spent more at a store to buy something like this. So that's how I justified it. And I really do feel like it brought the layout together. So I did have to piece that together. What I ended up doing was taping down that large piece first and then kind of working my way down. There's just so many little pieces in that shield that I wanted to make sure that I had them all right. And in leaving them on my mat, it just made it so much easier for me, at least, to piece it together. So with this layout, I knew I kind of wanted to go off the color scheme of the photos. So there is kind of a darker blue. You can see kind of maybe some pinks. It kind of looks purple. I chose the aqua polka dotted background because I felt like that really kind of accented those photos really nicely. I think that background paper is from the Echo Park, an older Echo Park Disney collection. And then I'm going to bring in a couple of pieces from the new or newer Disney collection. It's the Simple Stories. I'll link it down below. I can never remember what exactly it's called because they're all similar in name, but obviously different. So I will definitely link that one down below once I figure out what it's called. I did, when going through my papers, find those little arrows at the bottom there. Those are from a layout that you haven't seen yet, but will be posted Saturday for the Erica Rose Creates design team. Those arrows there are part of a cut file I use on that layout, so definitely check that one out. That is a Disney layout as well, if that is of interest to you. But I wanted to bring in some circular elements to this layout. I thought that would be a good way to kind of have a base for my clusters. Plus, I have the new Disney box from Scrap and Happy Studio, and those are circular flares. And so I felt like by adding maybe some layering pieces behind that, it would kind of help incorporate those flares a little bit better. So I had a scrap piece of that pink heart paper. You can see I really wanted to try to get that pink paper in another cluster. So luckily I was able to cut almost a full circle, but enough that the other little piece of the, I'll call it confetti paper, kind of covers up what was cut out. So that actually worked out really nice. I have a 2.5 inch punch, I believe, and a 1.5. So the 2 circles on the left are 2.5. And then the smaller one I cut at the top is 1.5. So I just kind of layered those. The reason I didn't cut that larger pink circle at the bottom to use somewhere else is because the hearts make it so, you know, you can only use it one way. So if I had cut it, it had to have been kind of on the right side of the photo, and I didn't really have any ideas where to put that. So that is why I had to kind of use the scrap pieces of what I had Whereas the confetti, you know, the confetti is just thrown kind of all around, so it didn't really matter. If I cut it out, I could use it anywhere on the layout. So a couple of the flares I am using are the two canvas flares. The one is a roller coaster, so you can see I kind of layered that on top of the photo over top of those circular elements at the bottom. And then I added one at the top, best ride ever. We did the virtual queue for this one and then bought the individual lightning lane for this one. If you're not interested, or if you're not up with Disney, just forget that. But anyways, we rode it twice because we loved it so much. The boys just absolutely loved it. This, if you ask them, was their favorite ride, hands down. So I knew I needed to include that flare at the top there. But the rest of this layout, I don't know. I kind of struggled with embellishing the layout. I liked the two clusters, but then felt like the right needed some more color. So I did add that So Much Fun foam sticker there. I do like the way that that looks. And then I'm kind of using some of the brads and filling in some of the spaces. I also added a foam arrow that says fun with it pointed into the photos. I wanted to elongate that cluster at the top as well, so that woohoo I thought was perfect. And then just kind of sprinkling some flares really throughout those two clusters as well, just to kind of, I don't know, make the clusters look a little bit more even, I guess. And then I did finally commit. I kind of had softly placed that So Much Fun there just to see if I liked it. I knew, you know, that side needed something else. And again, some more color. So that was perfect. I did add a couple of the brads to that one too. One to the top and one kind of top left, bottom right. That is one thing I might end up having to buy a second package of. I really, really like those brads. I like that they're stickers now and not the actual brads. And I really like these ones with the designs. And I think I would just use up a whole second package as well. So the top looked just kind of empty to me again, just not much color. So I decided to add some of the confetti to the top. These are hard for me to use. I just can't figure out like placements of them. On the paper, they're up and down, they're side to side. For me, it's a little bit challenging. And I noticed, so if anybody else has this sticker sheet, two of the confetti pieces on the sticker sheet aren't cut out. I don't know if that is on all of them, but I can't get two of them off of my page. So let me know if you have this. Check yours out and see if all of them are cut out. But anyways, that is going to finish off this layout. I will link the Disney collection down below if you are interested. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.